When PHFA was created in 1972, its initial focus was to fund the creation of more affordable rental housing across the Commonwealth. Nearly 50 years later, we're continuing that work. We don't actually do the construction of these apartment buildings. Our role is to provide some of the funding that helps make construction possible. The end result we're seeking is the creation of more affordable housing options for people in Pennsylvania. Our work that always attracts the most attention is the allocation of low-income housing tax credits. Developers sell those tax credits to raise the capital they need to build multifamily housing with affordable rents. In July of 2019, PHFA awarded 9% tax credits to 39 developments. Those tax credits will be used to create the construction of more than 1,700 rental units. We provided other funding too. The agency allocated $16 million in permanent loan funds, $9.8 million in Penn Homes funding, $7.9 million in Fair Realty Transfer Tax funding, $8.5 million in National Housing Trust Fund dollars, and $800,000 in Capital Magnets funds to support these 39 developments. It's significant to note that a number of these projects will provide supportive housing to the residents when they are completed. Supportive housing means services like transportation to the doctor or help with healthy living choices. These supportive services are especially helpful for senior citizens because they enable them to keep living independently. We usually allocate multifamily funding on an annual basis. So once we've awarded funding in one fiscal year, our work immediately starts to support the next project fundings. Looking ahead for next fiscal year, our staff reviewed applications from 74 developments seeking more than $189 million in total funding. Other major work we oversaw was the evaluation of 25 applications from tax-exempt projects seeking 4% tax credits or Fair Realty Transfer Tax funds. These applications that are approved will ultimately create or preserve more than 2,100 rental units. When the multifamily division awards funding to a housing development, our work doesn't end there. We need to manage the closing on each project, and then we need to monitor construction to make sure it meets our requirements. In fiscal year 2020, we closed on more than 40 projects and then monitored their construction. Some of these developments are new construction, and some involve the preservation of existing rental housing. The pandemic may have affected just 4 months of the fiscal year, but its impact was significant. Recognizing the uncertainty brought on by COVID-19, our staff worked hard at adapting our processes and remaining flexible so developers could get to a closing and projects could keep moving forward. I'm proud of our efforts working productively with multifamily developers. One final point I'd like to make is that we partnered on program development with local housing agencies during the 2020 fiscal year. This is something we actually emphasize each year because these housing partnerships encourage the development of more affordable rental housing options in communities across the state.